Multi-size technique. In the Naruto world, there are a lot of super unique clans. I mean, somewhere out there, there's even a clan with 6 arms. And then we've got clans with special body-changing powers. Right now, I'm talking about the Akimichi clan's multi-size technique. They can literally make their bodies bigger. Sounds simple, right? But it's seriously terrifying. When Choji or Choza use this jutsu, every punch hits with the weight of tons. Every step shakes the ground like a mini earthquake. They can grow in different ways, too. In part 1, Choji used a round version of the jutsu. He became super chubby, like a giant ball, and attacked by spinning around. But that's just the start. They can even grow gigantic. I'm not talking big, I mean mountain-sized huge. But of course, there's a big price. Your normal body suddenly becoming that large puts a crazy amount of pressure on your bones and muscles. Normally, they can only hold the jutsu for a few minutes. But during the Fourth Great Ninja War, both Choza and Choji managed to keep it going for hours. At that level, their attacks are totally different. One punch can flatten a whole forest. One stomp can leave a giant crater in the ground. And it's not just full-body transformations. They can also grow just one part, like only the arm, to get extra power without using up too much chakra. Now, let's talk about the strongest Akimichi transformation. Butterfly mode. This one's the opposite of the other two. Instead of getting big and bulky, the user becomes slim and light. But this mode is actually way stronger. Why? Because they burn the calories in their body and turn them into pure chakra. That chakra shows up as glowing butterfly wings on their back. Beautiful, but also super deadly. In this form, Choji can use the butterfly bullet bombing, and he can still grow parts of his body even while in his slim form. There are 2 ways to enter this mode. The first way is by using the 3 colored pills. It's fast, but really risky. The second way is called calorie control, where the user learns to manage their calories and chakra flow on their own. It takes years of training and discipline, but it's the true path of a master. Now, if you've made it this far, welcome to the amazing world of anime. This is the place for true fans like you, where we celebrate all the magic, action, and emotions anime brings to our lives. You've watched, you've felt the hype, you've been lost in these beautiful fantasy worlds, but, have you hit that subscribe button yet? Right now, almost 90% of you are watching without subscribing. Just imagine, if everyone hits sub, we could build one of the strongest anime communities out there. So, go ahead, click that subscribe button right now so you won't miss any new episodes, deep dive breakdowns, or awesome anime content coming your way. Thank you so much. Hydrification technique. There's another clan in Naruto with some wild body-changing powers. I'm talking about the Hosuki Clan and their signature move, the hydrification technique. This jutsu lets them turn any part of their body into water, literally. From hair to muscles, they can totally liquefy themselves. It's a super simple fighting style, simple but crazy effective. When they get hit, the part that's attacked just turns into water, so the enemy's punch or blade goes straight through. No damage at all. Then, a second later, they just reform like nothing happened. And yeah, this whole process is fully automatic. Hosuki Clan members don't even have to think about it. Their bodies instantly react to any threat. But it's not just about dodging attacks. They can literally slip through cracks in doors or windows like water. Imagine a ninja assassin suddenly showing up from the puddle you just walked past. Terrifying, right? For offense, they've got some super clever tricks too. They can fill their muscles with water to boost their physical strength, kind of like how the Akimichi clan enlarges their arms. But here, it's more fluid, more focused. They make their punches hit way harder. Moreover, they can shoot water bullets from their fingertips, basically turning all 10 fingers into mini water guns. That's 10 fast, sharp attacks at once. So, what do you do against someone who can't be hit? Well, physical attacks won't help much. Instead, use genjutsu, or call Sasuke to hit them with Chidori. Better yet, trap them in a space where they can't escape. Shikotsu Miyako. There's another clan with some totally insane body-changing powers, and honestly, it looks kinda beautiful too. I'm talking about the Kaguya Clan and their scary cool ability, Shikotsumyaku, or Dead Bone Pulse. This jutsu lets them fully control their bones. I mean fully, they can grow new bones, break down old ones, and even adjust the calcium level to change how strong or sharp the bones are. This is complete biological control, right down to the cellular level. Take Kimimaro, for example. He can grow razor-sharp bones that are as hard as steel, or hollow and light, like a flute. He doesn't just use the bones already in his body, he creates totally new bone weapons, on the spot. Remember that one scene where he literally pulled his spine out and used it like a sword? Yeah, that's the power of a man whose entire skeleton is basically an endless armory. He can turn his bones into blades, spears, armor, even drills, whatever the situation needs. And just like the Hosuki Clan, he can also fire bones from his fingertips like bullets. Imagine a sniper who never runs out of ammo, ever. Every finger becomes a biological machine gun loaded with sharp, deadly bone bullets. It's weird, it's creepy, but it's also absolutely awesome. With Shikotsumyaku, Kimimaro could attack, defend, and completely control the battlefield. He didn't just change the bones inside his own body, he could grow massive bone spikes from the ground, covering the entire area. He could even burst out of the ground at any moment, striking from any angle. There was nowhere to hide. Shikotsumyaku was so powerful that the Kaguya clan believed they were totally unbeatable. They actually challenged Kirigakure, their own village. The result? Complete destruction. The whole clan was wiped out. Only Kimimaro survived, the last Kaguya, carrying the legacy of a fallen bloodline. People with this jutsu don't have normal bodies. Their bone structure is completely different, which makes healing them super difficult. Kimimaro, someone strong enough to fight both Gaara and Rock Lee at the same time, actually didn't die in battle. He died from illness and pushing his body way too hard. Body merge. Imagine this. Two brothers who can literally merge into one body, or split apart and attack from two sides at once. Sounds creepy, right? But honestly, this is one of the most dangerous abilities Kishimoto ever created. Normally, Ukon hides inside his brother Seikon, forming one super strong fighter. When Seikon needs extra help, Ukon can extend his arms and legs outside the body to boost their power. Now imagine you almost land a hit on Seikon's blind spot, and suddenly a random arm pops out and blocks it. Yeah, nightmare fuel. But that's not all. If needed, Ukon can fully separate from Seikon and fight on his own. So now you're up against two enemies at the same time, each with a different fighting style. Still not scared? Here comes the real horror. They can actually enter your body, literally merge into you, and start breaking your cells from the inside. It's basically a guaranteed kill. But of course, that much power comes with some deadly limits. First, when Ukon splits off on his own, he gets way weaker. He's just not used to being independent. Sakon is the main fighter. Ukon mostly supports. And the scariest weakness? When they merge into someone else's body, they share that person's pain. If the host gets injured, they get injured too. If the host is desperate enough to end their own life, they might take one of the brothers down with them. They can fuse back together to heal faster than normal ninjas, which is pretty cool, but it burns a ton of chakra. And if Sakon is badly hurt and has to rest, Ukon struggles a lot because he's not used to being the one in charge. Speaking of body merge, we have to talk about Kisame. This guy had his own wild transformation, what fans sometimes call shark mode. Basically, he turned into a reverse mermaid. Not the Disney kind, the horrifying kind. Top half shark, bottom half still human legs. In this form, Kisame grows fins, his teeth get way sharper, and his body moves super fluidly, just like a real shark. He becomes faster, stronger, and way more deadly, especially in water. Soft physique modification. Picture this. You're fighting a ninja. You've studied his range. You feel totally ready. Then suddenly, his arm stretches out like a snake, twice as long as it should be, and punches you right in the face. Or worse, His neck bends around 360 degrees to dodge your attack, and then strikes you from a blind spot. Creeped out yet? That's the terrifying power of soft physique modification, a special body technique made famous by Orochimaru. It lets the user stretch, twist, and bend any part of their body however they want, turning themselves into a living, breathing weapon. But this isn't just some weird transformation trick. Orochimaru studied human anatomy and understood the body well enough to create a technique that's both practical and supernatural. Here's how it works. The user dislocates their joints on purpose, then uses chakra to move and reshape their body. At first, this jutsu was meant for spying, so a ninja could squeeze through tiny spaces. But Orochimaru took it to the next level and turned it into a deadly battle tool. In real combat, this opens up a ton of crazy options. You can wrap around enemies like a giant snake and squeeze the air out of them, or stretch your limbs into long whip-like strikes that are super hard to dodge. You can even dodge attacks by bending your body in ways normal humans simply can't. Or, just stretch your neck out to scare kids. Because why not? But of course, there's a catch. Stretching makes you weaker. When your limbs are long and thin, they're easier to cut or damage. A clean strike can slice off an extended arm or leg. It's a classic Naruto trade-off. If you want more reach, you lose durability. There's also a limit to how far you can stretch. Not everyone can do it like Orochimaru. It depends on your chakra levels and how well you can control your body. For example, Mitsuki inherited this jutsu, but he still hasn't reached the same level as his father. The scariest part? If you mess up your control or run out of chakra mid-stretch, you could end up permanently deformed. Though, to be fair, that hasn't happened to anyone yet. Puppet transformation. This is the answer to just how far someone can go to gain power. Honestly, it's one of the most extreme body modifications in all of Naruto, turning yourself into a puppet. Basically, you give up your flesh, blood, and everything human to become a perfect, deadly war machine. Sasori took puppet jutsu to a completely new level. Instead of just controlling puppets, he literally turned other people, and even himself, into living, breathing pieces of art. And yeah, it's both super creepy and strangely beautiful when you think about it. A body made of wood and metal, hidden weapons inside every joint, and steel wires that shoot out from anywhere. It's the perfect mix of art and violence, of beauty and brutality. Now imagine the benefits. Puppet bodies don't bleed, they don't feel pain, they don't age, and they never get sick. Sasori basically achieved what emperors and pharaohs used to dream about: immortality through a body that can't break down. In battle, that means no limits. He can fight at 100% all the time without worrying about getting tired or hurt. If he takes damage, no problem, just fix the part. As long as his core is safe, he's good to go. And that's not all. Sasori could control himself and other puppets at the same time. He's literally a one-man army. In his fight with Sakura and Chiyo, we saw him control Hiruko, his own puppet body, and even the third Kazeka, Gay. Oh, and later, he casually controls 100 puppets at once. But of course, no power is perfect. Even with a puppet body, Sasori had one big weakness: his human heart. That was the last piece of real flesh he had, and the only thing that could actually kill him. Sakura and Chiyo figured that out, and once they aimed for his heart, Sasori lost. Though, he totally saw Chiyo's final move coming and let it hit him anyway. This dude chased immortality his whole life, but in the end, maybe he really just wanted to die in his parents' arms. Oh, speaking of puppets and weapons, there's another form of body mechanization in the Naruto world: the Asura Path, one of the 6 paths abilities. With it, you can turn any part of your body into a weapon, swords, guns, rockets, whatever. Meanwhile, your enemy's still stuck throwing kunai like it's 1995. Jungo. Kakuzu had one of the most terrifying forbidden jutsu in the ninja world. It's called Jungo, or the Earth Grudge Fear. Just imagine this: a ninja whose body is made entirely of black threads. He can literally stitch himself back together, steal hearts from other people to stay alive, and even turn body parts into their own element-based monsters. With Giongo, Kakuzu turned into a giant human puppet, held together by hundreds of thick, living black threads. These threads actually have a mind of their own. They keep his body from falling apart, but they can also attack, rip through other ninjas, and steal their still-beating hearts. This is how Kakuzu lived for over 90 years, still fighting like a ninja in his 20s. His heart system works kind of like a living engine. At any time, he can store up to 4 extra hearts from the people he's killed, each one sealed inside creepy stitched masks on his back. And these hearts aren't just for keeping him alive. Each one holds the chakra of the ninja it came from, meaning Kakuzu can use 5 different nature types at once. That's something only Kaji-level ninja usually pull off. Now here's the scary part. To kill Kakuzu, you have to destroy all 5 hearts. Easy? Not really. He can actually remove those hearts from his body and turn them into independent creatures to fight for him. So you're not just battling Kakuzu, you're fighting multiple versions of him at the same time. Sure, the individual heart creatures aren't as strong alone, but Kakuzu can totally combine them. His fire and wind combo can make a massive firestorm that's nearly impossible to stop. Sage Transformation. This is a transformation ability from a special clan, and honestly, it's both amazing and terrifying. Unlike most jutsu that need chakra, this power comes from mixing special body fluids with natural energy from the environment. Yeah, that sounds kinda gross, but it's insanely powerful. Once it's activated, the user's body goes through some serious changes. The eyes turn bright yellow with black sclera. The skin can change color. The hair grows longer and might even change color too. But that's just the outside. Inside, every physical ability gets boosted like crazy. Strength, speed, durability, reflexes. Even your awareness gets super sharp. The most insane part? The user can literally turn their body into living weapons. Need a sword? Boom, your arm becomes a blade. Need defense? Your skin can harden like metal. That's why Jugo is known as a walking weapon in the ninja world. In battle, Sage Transformation gives a huge tactical advantage. The user can reshape their body however they want, making their fighting style totally unpredictable. Even scarier, they can absorb chakra and life energy from their enemies. That means they get stronger while the other guy gets weaker. Yikes. This power was so impressive that Orochimaru became obsessed with it. He spent years trying to recreate it, and that's how the Cursed Seal was born. So we can say that the Cursed Seal is actually a man-made version of Sage Transformation. Sasuke, Kimimaro, and many of Orochimaru's followers all used this copied power. And that's how we got the Cursed Seal transformation. When you activate the power of the Cursed Seal, crazy stuff starts to happen. You can grow wings, horns, your skin changes color, and your muscles might even swell up in freaky ways. And yeah, you get a massive power boost. The Cursed Seal works in 2 different stages, and honestly, both are terrifying in their own way. Stage 1 is kinda mild compared to what's coming next. Dark tattoo-like markings begin to spread all over your body, looking like black veins or cursed lines. Your strength gets a solid boost, but you still look human, mostly. Stage 2, though, that's where things get wild. You fully transform into a monster. Just look at Sasuke, gray skin, long bluish hair, and massive bat-like wings. In this form, he can fly, move insanely fast, and had enough raw power to overpower Naruto while using the Nine Tails chakra cloak. This was basically Orochimaru's perfect power drug, turning a regular ninja into a super-powered beast almost instantly. In battle, the Cursed Seal gives you ridiculously unfair advantages. It buffs your chakra pool and powers up all your jutsu, no matter what type you use. What's even crazier is that each person's Cursed Seal works differently. It's not one size fits all. It mixes the cursed energy with your own unique fighting style. So, if you fight with taijutsu, your punches hit way harder. If you use genjutsu, your illusions become super hard to break. But of course, nothing in Naruto comes for free. The cursed seal comes with some huge risks. You can totally lose control and turn into a full-on monster. Orochimaru can even control you from afar, or worse, take over your body entirely. And the worst part, this isn't your real power. It's like borrowing money from a sketchy loan shark. You get quick results, but the payback is brutal. Yeah, but Sage Mode is a totally different story. Sage Mode. Sage Mode is a much cleaner and more controlled kind of transformation. It's not something you're born with or handed to you. It's the result of a long, intense journey to connect with nature itself. So, what is Sage Mode really? It's the art of perfectly balancing your own chakra with natural energy, the life force in the air, the earth, the plants, everything around you. Imagine your body turning into a living conduit, literally soaking up the power of the natural world. When you find that perfect balance, you become one with nature, and that comes with some pretty wild physical upgrades. Now, you'll definitely notice the changes. Most users show it in their eyes, frog-like pupils, snake-like patterns, subtle facial shifts. Usually it's pretty refined, not too flashy. Jiraiya's the big exception. His transformation looked a lot more like an actual toad, especially in his limbs. But honestly, he used it like an absolute beast in combat. If you manage to master Sage Mode, you basically get every ninja stat buffed to the max. Your chakra becomes super rich, your senses sharpen to crazy levels, and your strength and speed jump up dramatically. Gingeriki transformations. This type of transformation isn't about syncing with nature. It's about syncing with a tailed beast living inside you. What exactly is a Gingeriki? They're the people who've been chosen, or forced, to carry a tailed beast, from the one tail all the way up to the 9 tails. That means you don't just have your own chakra, you also have access to the insane power of a creature that's been around for thousands of years. Each beast has its own unique shape, power, and personality. And when a Gingeriki taps into that power, they start to physically change, showing traits of the beast, and using those traits to totally dominate in battle. Some get giant claws, extra limbs, or even full cloaks of raw chakra shaped like the beast itself. The deeper the bond or control, the more powerful and stable the transformation becomes. I actually did a full video just about this topic, so if you're curious or want to dive deeper, go check it out on the channel. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.